Making sales, cashing check, collecting payment, receiving bank alerts is the most wonderful feeling for any business owner. But have you ever come face to face with a once angelic customer turned customer from hell? How do you handle it? If you want to learn how to handle a customer from hell, like a boss from heaven, my name is BJ Mighty, and I'm going to give you 5 mighty and powerful tips that you can use to handle a customer from hell. Now, the inspiration for this video is what happened last weekend between Toke Makinwa and someone she contracted to make a couch for her. So that customer from hell phrase that was used by the seller kind of inspired this video. So stick around with me. So days, weeks, months after you close a deal with a customer, suddenly you get a phone call from that customer and they start going in on you. They start complaining and blasting and talking about you and talking about your brand and your business in a manner that you don't like. What do you do in this kind of situation? Well, I'll help you out. First off, you have to know this as a business owner. You have to know, and must have come to the terms that the very moment you decided to be an entrepreneur, you've become vulnerable to all manner of insults, all manner of complaints, all manner of whatever from all manners of people that you do business with. So as a business owner, you are putting yourself on the line. So if you are that kind of person that doesn't like to listen to complaints, and you're a business owner, or you don't like people when people talk to you anyhow, maybe customer service is not for you. So I would suggest that maybe you should find someone, employ someone that knows how to render customer care. Secondly, what you should know about customers from hell is that customers from hell do have a valid point, either from their side or from your side. I don't know how it is, but they usually have 1 or 2 points that they are trying to get across. Also, you need to know as a business that you need complaints to step up your game, to step up your business, to help you do better, to help you serve your customers better. So every complaint that comes is actually a blessing in disguise if you handle it properly and if you put measures in place to make sure that they don't repeat themselves again. So as it is a fact that more money, more problem, what a biggie, the amount of complaint you get depends on the amount of sales that you make. And it also depends on sometimes how expensive that product is. Because if it's cheap sometimes, people just let it go. They don't want to complain. But if it's expensive, be rest assured they are coming with their complaint. And before I get into the solution, lastly, however way you handle the situation with the customer is going to go a long way in affecting your brand and turning them either into a returning customer or not. So at the end of the day, it will affect your total sales. And you have to remember that good experience does not have the same reach as a bad experience. So you always want to do your best to make sure that your customers are happy at the end of the day. Now, these are the 5 powerful, mighty steps that I'm going to give you that can help you handle customer complaint better. And this is how you handle it like a boss from heaven. Step number 1, there is no standard way or a standard perfect way to handle customer complaint. That's the first one. So what you want to do is, as a business, you want to make sure that you have done all your homework. What I'm talking about is make sure you have a basic good product. Make sure you have a good delivery system. Make sure you have a good payment system. Make sure you have a good after-sale system. You know the procedure of sales and all of that. You want to make sure you take care of all of those procedures from when they contact you and how the service or product gets to them and how everything checks out and what have you. You want to make sure you put all of this in place in a basic way, in a basic form. Not even in the basic form, but in the best form. That's the first thing you want to do, because the more work you've put into this, the more chances you have of having a happy customer and a repeating customer. Step number 2, you want to be fast in your reply. So if you get a message today, the latest for you to reply is tomorrow. You cannot wait until days after or days later. And so if it comes through by email, you want to reply that email as soon as possible. And if it comes via a phone call and then at that moment you don't know what to say, maybe if you're an employee, you need to talk to your employer and ask, how do you go about it? And if you are the employer, you want to think about it and see what you can do. So if you tell them that you're going to get back to them, you want to make sure that you do that in time. So as a matter of fact, if you don't have a solution at hand, tell them you'll get back to them and do it in time. So reply fast. That is the number 2. Number 3, as human, it is very difficult for us to tolerate it when someone is going in at us, complaining, blah, 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 profanity on the phone, whatever. It's very difficult for us to hold it. Sometimes we take it personal. But hey, that's why you are a business. As a business, you don't want to fight back. Because if you do that, it's just going to make things go worse. And that's the truth. So what you want to do really is this. You want to be calm. You want to listen to them carefully. You want to make sure that you give them all your attention while you listen to them over the phone. And what does this do? It makes them feel like somebody is listening to them. When you charge back, when you fight back, they give it back to you. And before you know it, everything blows up. You want to give them your ears. So ensure that you remain calm, you listen with your heart, and you put them in your shoes before you reply. This is because why? The solution to this problem may just be hiding somewhere inside of their rage that they are raging at that very moment. So if you are not listening carefully, you may be missing a chance for resolution right from inside what they are talking or complaining about. You are going to be a successful business owner if you listen to your customer more than you talk. Step number 4. So after you've listened to them carefully and you're sure that you heard and understand everything that they talk about, what you want to do is this. First, you want to greet them, you want to exchange pleasantries with them. And then after that, you want to acknowledge everything that they've talked about. Sometimes you even want to repeat what they say to assure them that you've heard what they say very well. You want to repeat some of the things that they say, the details. Oh, you got 2 instead of 3. You want to make sure that you done that very well. This makes them feel a sigh of relief, like somebody is really listening to them and you're coming up with a solution. That's what you want to do. Another thing you want to do is this. You want to talk like a human being who understands what their fellow human being is talking about. Because a lot of times when you call these big companies and stuff, especially this company that outsource their customer service, you find out that the person that's talking to you over the phone, it seems like they are reading a script. A lot of time I call these people and I can already tell that what they are saying to me seems like they are reading from a note. And I'm already there like, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So you don't want to be talking like that, like you're reading a script. You want to talk like human, like, oh, you understand what they are going through. So you want to connect and bond with them at that point. Bonding with them at that point is very, very important. It could just be all that you need to save yourself a lot of headache. Yeah. Step number 5. A lot of times, when clients bring a complaint to us, due to the fact that we haven't had such a problem before, or due to lack of a lay down procedure in the way we handle it, it usually make things just go bad, go the way we don't want it to be. This step will help you to figure out how to go about that complaint. So what you want to do is this. You want to categorize what kind of complaint that complaint is. You want to see, is it a product complaint? Is it a delivery complaint? Is it a so complaint? And then when you figure out what that is, then you can now see if their claim is valid or not. If the claim that they are asking for, if what they are talking about, if it's within their right to ask for that or not. What am I talking about? If you have a lay down step that you follow in solving customer wahala, it's like bread and butter. It gives you an idea how to solve the problem, instead of just being stuck there and not know exactly what to do. So if the customer's claim is valid, my brother, just put them in your shoe. My sister, put that customer in your shoe. If their claim is valid and you know that it was your mistake, it was your company or your brand or your business that didn't do what they were supposed to do, just go ahead and fix it. Save yourself headache. Save yourself wahala. And after solving it, even apologize to them. Tell them that, oh, you feel bad about this. Tell them that you feel what they feel, and just go ahead and solve that problem and save yourself any further headache that's coming ahead. So that is if their claim is valid. Now, if their claim is not valid, instead of you to just tell them that, oh, it is you that didn't do this. Oh, it is you, the blah, 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 blah. If you just tell them outrightly what their mistake is, that will not do well, because people don't like when you make them feel stupid. People don't like when you make them feel like, they are not smart, or they are not wise, or they don't know what they are talking about. People don't like that. So instead of doing that, what you want to do is you want to hold their hands and walk them to where their problem is, where they made a mistake. So like, for example, you ask them questions like, oh, sir, did you pay for example, if it's about delivery, you can ask, so sir, did you pay for express shipping? For example, if they are complaining that they haven't received their package in time, which is what usually happens a lot in my business and a lot of Nigerian business, which are, as a matter of fact, this video is mostly for Nigerian people, but it can be applied into any business anywhere. So you want to ask them questions like, okay, did you read our terms and policy? Okay, are you aware that this is the procedure that we go through? Are you aware that, okay, this is what you bought and not this one? You know, because a lot of times the mistake could be on the side of the customer, because they missed the very important information that, you know, that they were supposed to see. So you want to lead them to where that problem is. You don't just want to tell them outrightly where the problem lies, because it makes them feel stupid and it makes them feel, and people don't like that. So you want to help them, and then when you get to where that problem is, you want to sympathize with them that, oh, you are so sorry that they didn't see it, you know, and stuff. You want to make them feel like, oh, you are human and you understand, because basically when people call and complain about stuff, a lot of times it is something that they can let go, but they want to let you know how they feel about it, because they want to feel a sense of value for their money, for their you know, for things like that. So you want to handle it carefully. You want to make sure that you lead them carefully to where the problem is. You don't just tell them outrightly, or else you bring out the customer in hell from them. All right, so those are the tricks that I apply in my business. There's a lot more that I can't just talk about, because I don't want this video to be too long. So I hope that maybe sometimes I can break it down into a series. I can make a series of customer from hell and just break down each of most popular scenarios that has happened in my business, and to help you see how you can apply it in your business as well, especially if you are an online business, if you sell products online. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope this has been able to help you. If you like this video, if you like the content, if you think you've learned something or caught one or two things here, please put a comment in the box below, give me a like, follow my page, subscribe to my channel, and I will be very much appreciative of your effort and your love. Sometimes a little trick that I apply to kind of like keep that customer, because a lot of time, even though it's customer's fault, they may just outrightly just decide not to come back to you again. You don't want to leave them disgruntled and sad. You want to sympathize with them. You want to make them feel like you care about them and you understand what they've just been through. So what you want to do sometimes is, at that point, you want to throw them an offer. You want to give them like a discount. If you have something like that, give them a discount on their next purchase, or there's this free gift, or there's this, if you buy this, I'll give you this. Something like that. I always have stuff like that I give out, that I used to upsell and bring customer back. Give them another second chance to try my product and my service. So that's what I do in my business, and I really think that if you do that in your business, you're going to see powerful moves in terms of sales. Sometimes when dealing with a customer from hell, communication can break down, whereby you are not moving forward. You're just there because they won't move. My brother, my sister, this is what you do when communication breaks down, when your head is, this is what you do. Very easy. Just ask them, what do they want? What does the customer want? A lot of times, if you don't ask, you never know. Half of the time, or a lot of the time that I've seen, customers just want to feel valuable. Okay, so let's just do a recap of everything, right? Step number 1, there is no perfect way. There is no one way to handling a customer from hell. Find the perfect way as it fits your business. Step number 2, you want to reply promptly. You want to reply in time. You don't want to waste time in replying, because they are so hungry at the time they are typing that message, and they will be hungry until you reply them. So you want to reply very fast in order to help them, feel better. Step number 3, as human, it's difficult for us to tolerate it when someone is talking trash about what we work hard for and about our reputation and stuff. But as a business owner, you want to listen very well. You want to listen carefully. You want to show emotions, and you don't talk back. You don't defend. You don't fight back. You don't charge back. Step number 4, greet them. Acknowledge what they talk about. Be cautious in the manner that you talk to them. Acknowledge their complaint and make them feel like you've heard them and you care about it, and even repeat some of the things that they say so that they know for sure that you heard them properly. Step number 5 is when you categorize their problem, their complaint. Because a lot of times as business, we don't have a way that we handle situations like this. It becomes difficult for us to know how to solve it. So you want to categorize what kind of complaint it is, and then you take appropriate measure to take care of it. That's the recap. I hope that you guys are going to take this and apply it to your business, and I believe it's going to do wonders for you. Thank you. So my name is BJ Mighty. If you think I've helped you in any way, shape, or form by making this video, if you think you've learned one thing or the other that you can apply in this video, please appreciate by liking this video and subscribing to my channel, and comment below whatever comes to your mind about this video. Thank you very much, and peace out, y'all.